Double shot, fill my cup. Do the choke smoke in a big black truck. Sit out wild out. Act like my rims ain't clean. How you gon' act like my neck don't bling? Haters get sprayed like afro. Double shot, fill my cup. Do the choke smoke in a big black truck. Sit out wild out. Act like my rims ain't clean.
It's finally that time for that big reveal, guys. For this car I've been working on for the last, I don't even know how many years, maybe 2, 3, more than 2 years, probably 3 years. Who knows at this point in time? I stopped tracking because it was just going on and on. But today is that day. But before I go any further, there's a few shout outs I want to give. So I really have to shout out two people, a few people, but the two people that helped me the most is Frank and Mikey. As you know, Frank is the one who painted this car, and without him, the car wouldn't look. I mean, just you see the shine on this. You're gonna see the shine on this thing. But he taught me how to prep, how to do some painting, and you know how to polish. That's why this thing is gonna be looking so good. So thank you, Frank. Trust me, you have no idea how much this means to me. Mikey, with you helping me with this engine and transmission and all the other electrical gremlins that I had with this car, trust me, dude. I can't thank you enough. Wherever you are right now, Mikey, I hope you're all right. But I can't thank you enough for some of the stuff you taught me about this car, and it's finally ready to drive, Mikey. I can't wait till you come and take a drive out of this thing. I want to thank the designer of this front bumper, which is Hanbin. You guys can find him on Instagram. This guy, he knocked this bumper out of the park. A lot of people don't like it. I love this thing. It makes it look so different. Exactly what I was going for with this car. And I just love the way this thing look with this front bumper. One of one, man. I don't even think anyone else in Canada have one of these. Or if they do, it's maybe 1 or 2 people. But I just love the way this thing look. And my other shout out is to AZ Auto Wheel. They hooked me up with this carbon fiber steering wheel way back when. So thank you very much. Now let's get into this. You guys been waiting for so long, so here we go.
You should have been downtown. The people are rising. We thought it was a lockdown. They opened the fire. Them bullets was flying. The people are rising. We thought it was a lockdown. Who said it was a lockdown? Goddamn lie. You should have been downtown. The people are rising. We thought it was a lockdown. They opened the fire. Them bullets was flying. The people are rising. We thought it was a lockdown. Who said it was a lockdown? Goddamn lie. Downtown, where I got caught with the rubber bullet tray pound. Got it in my name now. I'ma shoot it. Never understand why they do it. Someone cut the channel off the news before I lose it. I ain't even tripping. If you with it, then we lootin'. Let me put this Louis in the back of Suzuki. Oh, he got to break it down so smoothly. They gon' say it's not about race, but we moving. Oh, pow, got the tray pound. Had to put in my name. Wish a nigga play now. Any given day, I'll be headed to the pulpit. Say a little prayer. Matter of fact, I need 2 of them. Ooh, won't he do it? Won't he do it? Ooh, this ain't 92, so we in the new rules. Niggas got hit, so we don't lose the projects. About to hit Rodale with my little cousin Marcus. Someone threw a whole brick in the Neiman Marcus. Help me put the whole mannequin in the charger. Rising. We thought it was a lockdown. They opened the fire. Them bullets were flying. The people are rising. We thought it was a lockdown. Who said it was a lockdown? Goddamn, you should have been downtown.
So that is the interior, and I think it's banging. Trust me, I say so because it is banging. I love the way that thing looked, but it's not the end of the interior. I still have to do the trunk. The stereo system, that's a whole new project, and I'm sorry to say I'll be ripping it back apart in the winter to do some improvements on the dashboard. So it looks good now, but it's gonna look better when I'm done. So that is it for the interior. Now let's jump to the exterior, where it's on a whole other level. So here we go. So there's one more person that I have to thank, and it's Gavin. Because I usually just ask him to run across the border and pick up some stuff from the warehouse for me. And he would just, yeah, no problem. And he would run across, grab the stuff, and come back. And trust me, thank you, Gavin, because man, you went and pick up a lot of parts for this car. Until the pandemic where I start paying more money for them to bring it across. But thank you very much for making those Saturday morning runs to go get those parts for me.
Still fresh.
Man, this shit is sick, boy.
Still fresh.
Check this out.
They don't ever really wanna pop them things. Can't sugar man, who that don't go. And stop that I like pulled off so slow. But a night so past that troll. Till daddy come home in a Cadillac Brougham. Now don't it sound absurd? Same Cali Park where they clip them birds. Strict car alarms didn't bend them curves. Stop talking up, fat man. I got a big stash, pocket full of cash. Just seen a big old system on blast. Cop just passed. Just seen a big old. It's illegal, but the plants in my backyard grow. That's my smoke till you drop out. That's my love. Keep a couple roll and I hit the club in the back door. What? Act like I don't make clouds. How you gon' act like I don't get loud? How you gon' act like I don't rock crowds and leave a lot of people with a gassy smile? Recollect right, then you sound like dirt. But I guess what you don't really know don't hurt. With a vest and a pump, here's sock work. My folks on the block, man, they got that word. Don't it smell so good? In Southwest, where they rep that hood. Protect your chest, they up to no good. And come through floss and they wish y'all would. I got a big stash, pocket full of cash. Just seen a big old system on blast. Cop just passed. Just seen a big old.
A lot of you guys will remember that I was working on the M5 and my car was in his garage. Well, while it was there, he decided to get it tuned. And it was, thank you, Kiwi, because first he called me, he's like, dude, I'm going to get your car tuned. I'm like, I can't afford that. He's like, I never said you're paying for it. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, that's on me. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. And he called me back and I was like, man, they tried tuning it all day, but they couldn't get into the computer because the computer was locked. I guess whoever tuned it before decided to lock it, so they couldn't unlock it because you don't know what the password is. So I found an unlocked ECU on eBay and boom, he bought it. Yes, he bought it. Thanks, Kiwi. And then he brought it to Park Auto. They installed it. or maybe Kiwi installed it. I think Kiwi installed it, and then they tuned it. And I'm telling you, they put the transmission tune. And as far as I know, I'm getting 380 to the wheels. Not sure. I haven't really sat down and talked to Kiwi yet, but as far as I know, I'm getting 380 to the wheels. Might not sound like a lot, but man, this thing hauls ass. And for those of you guys who don't have a sprint booster, you need to put one of those on your car, because I'm telling you, after putting this thing on the car, it's a whole new beast. I mean, I just had to put this clip in there. Thank you, Kiwi. That was a great present. I couldn't have asked for a better present. So everyone who contributed to this build, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now let's wrap this up. Well, guys, you've seen it, and trust me, I would love to do some driving and talk. But this thing is so loud. I don't know, man. It's kind of obnoxious, but but it's so sweet when you're in there. But you can hardly hear me talk, man. I'm gonna have to get another mic so you can hear me talk. And because this thing don't have a sunroof, it's hard to see all this beauty in there, because it's just all you're gonna see is just teeth and two little beady eyes. Because with no sunroof, I can't let the light in there. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry. But it's going to take a while before I can get some proper lighting in there so I can do some driving shots with this thing. Unless, you know, I'm driving with the sun on the side of my face. But that's besides the point. But just look at this thing, man. It is so pretty. But that's it for now. So E36 time. But first I got to finish that Benz. But, man, I'm going to go drive. I'm going to go fill this thing up in gas and later on take the wife out for dinner. Yeah, that's it. That's the first way to give the first official drive. But that's it for now, guys. But this is not the end of it. If this is crazy, just imagine what the E36 is going to be. Hoo-wee! That's it for now. Laters.